Hi everyone, today I want to talk to you about blender pens. Blender pens are something that are really fun to use, and a lot of times a new stamper, someone new to Stampin' Up, may not know what they are because, in the catalog, blender, what does that mean? And they're really fun. So I wanted to show a couple different ways, maybe 3 different ways to use the blender pen. I'm sure there are even more ways. These are just a few of my favorites, and I'll start with my absolute favorite one. Let's get into it. So I'm using, first I just want to tell you what I'm using before I forget. I'm using some items from the mini catalog, the spring mini catalog, and they are a little suite here called, I think it's called Regency Park, Paddle Park, Regency Park. And this suite has papers, embellishments, an embossing folder, shimmery textured paper, and 2 stamp sets, one with a die and one with a punch. And they work together or on their own. They're really great, and we're going to use the papers and both stamp sets. Saying a lot, sorry about that. So my base of my card is going to be this card and envelope kit. Now the card and envelopes are something that they have in the online store and some in the catalog, but you can find a more variety if you look at the online store. And this particular one that I'm using is now sold out, of course, but there are a lot of choices. There's a few different ones, bright colors, some kind of more vintagey, textured looking cards and envelopes. And they're really nice because the envelopes are generally printed and the card bases are printed. The insides are white, so it's a good starting point for a card. If you're new to card making, these are great to have because then you can kind of build on that. So they come plain like this. And to make the video quicker, I went ahead and added these details. And what this is I just took that Regency Park Designer Series paper. It's a 6x6 pack. I took one sheet, and I'm using on the back of this is this, so it's one design, and I just took the side. I made just scraps. I think it's probably close to 2 inches, and this is probably close to 1/2 inch or 3/4. Let me see, about 1/2 inch. And I cut strips and then just alternated, one this way, one that way. It doesn't matter if the stripes are the big one or the little one. I kind of just threw them down any old way. So there's 2 different ways. And it's a really easy way to design a card. So especially for someone new, strips of paper, make a little flag banner end here, and you have a beautiful design. So I'm going to take a punched circle like this, and I've already stamped a couple of them, and we're going to do some different coloring techniques. So I've got a scrap paper for the flowers because we're going to punch those out and color them, and we're going to color some leaves on the circles. So my favorite way to use blender pens is this way, and I'm going to, it's so easy, and I think a really beautiful result. So we're going to take our ink, just plain regular old ink pad, and we're going to stamp our image. And normally I like to do all my stamping and then color, but we're not going to do that because we want this ink to still be a little bit wet, kind of slightly still wet. And we're going to take one of these blender pens, and using the ink that's on the image, we're going to smear it out just a little bit. And this is just a soft look. And so I just love to add this kind of soft background colored look here. And we're just going to do all the leaves on this one. And we're not adding any more ink. It's already the ink that you put on there with that stamp. And this is my favorite. And I think it just gives a pretty look, and I think it's forgotten a lot. All right, almost done. So these blender pens, I don't know what's in them. It's not water. So I'm not using water to smear this ink. It's some kind of, I don't know. I feel like somebody said it was glycerin and some other, not just glycerin, I don't know, some kind of thinning agent. I don't know what it is. So I won't even say what it is. All right, there, I've got it all blended out. And then we're going to do the same thing with the flowers, only now we're going to use navy. And I'm going to stamp it with the largest 2 down on the edge of the paper because that is how the paper punch will line up nicely when I go to punch them out. So that's navy. I think my navy pad is kind of dry. Now I'm not going to grab a new, I'm using the same marker. I'm going to go right in and smear that navy, giving a soft colored look. like that. So it's just very softly colored, adding just a tiny bit, kind of like the flowers. Maybe it's even a white flower with some blue shadows. So then we're going to go ahead and punch those out. I meant to add some yellow to the centers. Now, I don't want to mix the yellow and the blue to make a green, so I'm going to just use my regular marker. Now you can let it dry for a while and then add the yellow. So we're going to go like that. All right, now we're going to stick those down. These are my mini dimensionals. I wanted my regular dimensionals. And adding these any place. I don't think that this space is necessarily designed for them to be in any particular place. All right, so then we got this. Okay, that's my favorite way because it is so quick and easy. You're using the ink that was just on that stamped image and you're not adding any other. So that's my favorite way to use blender pens. But there's other ways. Okay, so now let's say we stamped our image in just black ink. This is Memento Tuxedo Black. So we've got it like that. Now how do we color them in with the blender pen? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our ink pad. Now I paint with my ink pads, my ink, and I put lots of ink in here like it's a well, like a palette, and I paint from there. So that's why mine are always a mess like this. If you don't like that mess, you can take a block and put some ink on it and paint using this, and that way your nice ink pads will stay nice and clean. All right, using the same brush, I always go off on the side to make sure that it's clean and not a weird color, and you're going to pick up some ink and then color with it. Now when you first lay that pen down, it's dark. As you color, it lightens. See what I mean? So I like to start in an area where I want it to be darkest, which would be closest to the center of the flower. And then I kind of do a few of them like that. And then as I know that the ink is fading off a little bit, then I'll get closer to the end and see how I'm doing two at once so that I can get that color that's the lightest at the tip of the flower petal. And if I ran out of ink as I'm doing this and I didn't fully finish it, I wouldn't just pick up ink and then go right into the top. I would either get some off at the side or add some more darks to one of the others. So you're going to go like that, smear that ink up. See, like I ran out of ink. So I'm not going to just pick this up and go in it because I want the dark and then to light. So I'm going to either bring more along the bottom here or go over here and get some of my ink to come off. And then I'm going to go up the petal. It's still a little darker than I meant it to be, so I'm going to add a little dark to these other ones. Okay, darkest at the bottom, and work my way up. All right, I'm going to speed up on these other two. Okay, so I've got my flowers colored in. Now here I stamped in black and it's dry, so I don't worry about the red or the blue and yellow turning into green. I'm going to go ahead, and you notice I'm not using this other one. I'm sticking with the same pen, wiping off to make sure that no more blue is coming off, and then I'm going to just use the same pen to add my yellow centers. Notice I'm not getting green here. I'm not getting blue in there because I wiped it all off. So when you buy blender pens, they come in a set of 3, so you get 3 pens, and they're double tipped. Now these tips are not different. It's not like you've got a brush tip and a tiny nib. They're the same. So basically you're getting six tips for $12, so it's like $2 a tip. And I think that's a really nice deal, and I tend to just use one until it finally dies out, and I don't even know when that is. Like long time. And then I'll switch to this one. Or some people, if you're coloring a lot, if you don't want to have to keep cleaning, you can say, okay, I'll use blue for this one, and on this side I'll use my yellows, and go back and forth that way. And then when you're all done, you can clean them off. I recommend cleaning them off when you're done for the day so that you don't have ink sitting in there too long. And also just know that sometimes your tips will dye color, especially reds. Reds tend to dye things permanently. So this tip is red, but it doesn't draw red. See, it's still clear. So you can still use it for other colors. I just wanted to point that out. So don't think that this is now forever a red marker and this is always going to be blue. People do that though. Some people put little stickers like this is the red one and this is the green, and that way they're not wasting a lot of time cleaning it off. That I just use the same one. Okay, so this is my other way to use the blender pen. I'm using it as a way to pick up ink like you would if you were painting. So think of this as paint, and this is like a brush and you're painting. So that's another way. So now there's a third way to use it, and there are more ways, but I just want to give you a few. And that is with colored pencil, watercolor colored pencil, which is what Stampin' Up sells, watercolor colored pencils. These are Stampin' Up pencils. And I am using, now they come in two different assortments, assortment 1 and assortment 2, and you can kind of look and see. I like to have all the coloring options, so I have both assortments, and you can see what assortment works best with what you have. One assortment has 2 extra pencils because it's got a black and a white, and the other one has less. It's less expensive. So anyway, I'm going to use, this is crushed curry. Now the colored pencils don't come in all the Stampin' Up colors, which is kind of a bummer. That's the nice thing about the blender pens. If you have the ink pads, you can color straight from the pads, and then you've got kind of like markers in every color. But the pencils don't come in every color. I love the pencils. As you can see, this one's pretty short because I must use it a lot. But I love our pencils, watercolor colored pencils. I'm using crushed curry for my center since I don't have a mango. So I'm doing this, okay? And then I'm going to take this navy and I'm going to color my petals. Now, you can see I was playing around with some ink over here on the side. One thing I want to point out about colored pencils is that you can get some darks and lights with a colored pencil and with a blender pen, and I want to show you that because I think it's really a nice thing to know. Just have all your coloring options. So with a pencil, you can press hard and get a deeper color, and then if you ease off a little bit, you get a slightly lighter color, and then ease off even more and get an even paler color. So I've got this little drawdown of color here. Okay, and then let's say I had a navy marker. Can I do that? Well, no. It's going to be the same all the way down, right? Even if I lessen my pressure, it's the same color. So that's my navy marker. Now, let's say we're going to do that with our ink and blender pen. Can we get, here's a blender pen, here's that red one again. Okay, we're going to get the ink on here. And like I said, it starts out dark, but then as you draw it down, the ink lessens and lessens, and it's going to get lighter and lighter. Eventually. This pen might be juicier than some of the others. So I'm going to go down and down and down, and it's going to get lighter and lighter and lighter. So if you want it lighter faster, you know, you could, and you can add actually, and get some more tones. But you can, you know, make your darkest dark with your petal, and then scribble off some on the side, and then get lighter and lighter faster. You know, so you've got some control over your darks and lights with both the pencil option and the blender pen option that doesn't exist in just the marker option. Yes, there are blends, Stampin' Blends, alcohol markers. So that's another option. There's so many coloring options. So here with our pencil, I'm going to press darker in the centers of the flower. So I've got my darkest darks in the center. I'll color these other ones really fast. Go. I kind of even did it sloppy, and you know that blender pen is going to help with that sloppiness. I'll show you how that happens. We've got that. Okay, so I've colored my flowers. Now I'm going to use this blender pen to kind of soften this coloring. See how there's some streaky lines? I kind of went in a circle over here. I missed a spot there. So you're going to take your blender pen and it's smoothing it out. Now I don't want to lose that dark in the center, so if I just kind of went over the whole thing, see, I lost my dark in the center now. It's gone. So I can get it back because I'm just going to add a little bit more. But so if you want to not lose your dark, you can push the color towards it instead of away. So I'm going to start at the light and go towards it, and I'm going to clean that tip off a little bit to get some of the color off while I'm pushing it so that I don't lose that light. So I'll do these other two really fast, and then I want to show you some more things you can do. So then you just punch them out like we did before, and I've got these already done. But before I go, I want to show you another thing that you can do with the blender pens and pencils and ink. So let's turn this over. So I've got my Night of Navy pencil, and I can go like this and color, and I can take my crushed curry pencil and color and bring them together in the middle. And then if you take your blender pen, I think that one's yellow, you can blend these colors together. So you can kind of go like this, and as it comes down, that's gonna blend that blue and that green together, or yellow together, and get a green, and then eventually go into yellow. So you can kind of imagine that you can do some fun coloring with that. Maybe a little sunset, or a flower petal that is, you know, maybe a pansy. It's got purples and blues and things like that. So that's a pretty thing that you can do, and you can do that with your ink as well. So you can kind of start there and then grab your other ink and go together. Now I want to show you something that happened. I pushed really hard, and I'd already used the other side, and the paper started to pill. See, if you push really hard and you go over the same spot for a long time, like, let me see if I can get it to happen. Now I gotta force it. There you go. I can get the paper to pill a little bit, and that's not a good thing. That's not what we want. So you kind of want to go lightly. So when you're blending and doing a lot of pushing, you want to go lightly and slowly. But I think blender pens are really fun. They're a nice way to color, and also I like to use them to add a shadow underneath something really lightly with like a crumb cake or a gray granite. Okay, let me show you the end results here. So I've got this one, which was just the smearing the ink that was stamped on. So we didn't have to add any more ink. We were just using the ink that was already on these images and kind of smearing it around a little bit to add this soft coloring. This is my favorite way. Okay, now this way, and I use different colors here just for fun. This one is colored pencil, watercolor colored pencils. And then we used the blender pen just to kind of smooth out those color transitions and smooth our coloring. And then the third way is this one, where we took our blender pen and dipped it in our ink and then used it like a marker. So you've got several different ways. I hope that you learned something, and tell me what's your favorite way, either in the comments below, or I have a Facebook group called Beth's Paper Cuts Idea Sharing Group. Kind of long, sorry about that. And it's where we can share ideas. So if you have a way that you use blender pens that I didn't mention, feel free, add it in our idea sharing group. Show us a picture of a card you've made using blender pens. We all like to share. It's one of the great things about Stampin' Up and Stampin' Up demonstrators. All of us, we're really good at sharing. Sharing free ideas with these free videos, and also all over Facebook and Pinterest. So if you have a way that you want to show us how to use these blender pens, we would love to see it. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!